Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. Today's picker card is going to be all about Lilith. What is Lilith's message to you? What does she want to say? Of course, this is an archetype within us. She is also known as the dark moon, right? So let's talk a little bit about her. What do I feel she represents? Of course, this is my interpretation, so everybody's going to interpret her differently. And there is no right or wrong. Of course, we're all growing and learning. This is just me speaking from my level of consciousness to this point. So, Lilith, a lot of people, and this is a part that I associate her with, I associate Lilith as Adam's first wife. She was the wife that did not want to be inferior to Adam. She wanted to be empowered, and she believed in her freedom, and she wanted to be sexually liberated. She refused to submit. She refused to be passive in any way. And so she left the Garden of Eden. And she has been seen a little bit of like a mischievous character, a little bit of a troublemaker, if you will, right? Because she stands in her own power, and she definitely is all about liberation and freedom, and particularly liberation from patriarchy. And so for me, she is that like baddie aspect of all of us, right? Without saying the bad word, but she is connected to our inner shadow and loving that inner shadow within us. And she is the one that tells us, like, you know what, we got to put our foot down. We got to set boundaries here. It's okay to express anger. It's okay to express your sexuality. And she's all about being in her inner authority and her sensuality, owning it, right? And going against the grain and doing things differently and expressing herself in a very unique nature. And she is all about embodying her sensual energy, for sure. And she represents all aspects of ourselves that sometimes is hard for us to express because either society is not okay with it, but it can also be that side of us that, especially where our Lilith sign is, this is where we feel our most confident. This is where we feel our most empowered. This is where we feel most exposed to, in a way. It is our most uncontrolled area as well. And we try to control it. We might become obsessive with where Lilith and what sign is in, okay? So, of course, you can do this by looking at your astrological chart if you don't know where your Lilith sits and in what sign is in. So let's see here. For example, let's do, I want to talk to my personal sign for Lilith and Sagittarius, for example. It can be where you experience things where you tend to overindulge, right? Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter does tend to overindulge. So that can be something where it can get out of limit. And I see this in myself, you guys, because I do have, like I said, Lilith and Sag. So I have no problem indulging. I can justify me indulging in whatever I choose to indulge. I can be like, you know what? I earn it. I deserve it. Why not? I have the ability to do so. And so you can see how that Lilith side comes out, right? It can also have a negative impact on health if we're not watching, for example, in my case, right, with Lilith and Sag, or if you have Lilith and Sag, because again, we're so prone to indulging, and if we're indulging in food, this can sometimes lead to health problems. But also, we can tend to get really bored with things really fast because Sag energy likes to explore, likes to do things. So, it's a little bit of being here and there and everywhere. But also, because Sag has no filter, sometimes it can get us in trouble. My Lilith side can definitely get me in trouble sometimes when I want to speak I have to watch sometimes what I say, because if I can take it too far sometimes, and I can justify it with like, well, it's the truth. Yeah, but we need to be a little bit more compassionate with the truth and how we deliver it, right? So again, depending where your sign is in, if you have it in Capricorn, then Capricorn loves achievement, status, and when you have Lilith here, you will thrive. You will thrive on reaching these goals, these new heights. But you can become obsessive with power, and we can become very attracted or attached to success. Or we can also, be like, oh, this person is very successful, and so we're like, they're a good person. We associate success with being a good person, and then it's like, but you're not really seeing who they are. All you're seeing is their label or their success, right? And again, this is our shadow aspect. So some of us might be hearing this and being like, that's not me. If it's triggering something, it's there. It can also have the fantasy of power couple, but see, that can be, como decimos, navaja de doble filo, because are we in a relationship because we know we are a power couple, or are we really in love with the person, right? Yeah, keeping the professional business out of the bedroom for those in Lilith and Capricorn. But of course, there is more, so do not get caught up in what I said. Do your own research and always follow your intuition when it comes to even astrology. So let's see what is Lilith's message to you. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I will see you in your selected pile. Hello, pile number 1. Let's see what is your message here. Let's have a look. Let's see, what is Lilith's message to you? It can be one of maybe you need to indulge a little bit. Maybe you need to, live a little bit more. Or it can be kind of like, you need to set boundaries here. What are we doing? Type of thing, right? Daydream. Okay. Go for it. Can kind of see where this is going. Vulnerability. Communicate. Transformation. Wisdom. You're afraid of creating havoc. You're afraid of creating havoc. You're afraid of being different. You're afraid of creating this tornado here. You're afraid of change. It's okay. I get it. We have fertility, potential, powerful creative energy, initiation energy. And then we have here the Magician. Okay, you might have Lilith in Gemini. You might have Lilith in Scorpio. You might have Lilith in an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to. You can be any of these signs that I'm mentioning. Okay. Lilith's message to you, and this is going to be short and sweet. So Lilith's message to you is, first of all, let's stop daydreaming and let's take action. Let's stop living in the fantasy of what could be, what I want to do, and start doing it. Putting action behind our dreams, putting action behind those things that we fantasize in our head. Of course, as long as they're not anything against the law or anything like that. But, there's something here that you've been fantasizing about, but it's just been a fantasy. And I feel like the reason why it's a fantasy is because you're afraid of vulnerability. You're afraid of maybe people looking at you. You're afraid of maybe love. You're afraid of being exposed in some way. But I feel like Lilith is saying it's time for you to go for it. It's time for you to make it happen. See how go for it's going straight to the daydream? You're the Magician. You believe you don't have the power to make it happen. You believe you don't have the power to communicate. First of all, you have a strong voice here, pile number 1. Your voice is beautiful. It commands attention. It's like you take center stage when you come into a room, when you go after the things that you want. But it's like you're afraid of the transformation of the tornado it will cause. It's like you're afraid of what will brew, what will be torn down if I decide to communicate, if I decide to go for it. There's a fear of like, will I get hurt? There's a fear of, will it be the end? but it's just the beginning. Lilith is telling you, step into your potential, tap into your potential. You're a creative being. Why are you not seeing it? You have 2 8s in the reading. You have unlimited potential. Why are you not seeing it? Is that you keep holding this daydream like a baby. You keep nurturing. You keep feeding it your emotions. You keep feeding it your energy, but yet you're not taking action. Why? It's connected to your truth. Why are you so afraid of expressing your truth? Why are you so afraid to say, I've been nurturing this dream. I've been, holding tight to this thing that I want to give birth to. Lilith is saying it's okay if it doesn't turn out the way that you wanted, but at least you can say you try. At least at the end of the day, you can say, you know what? I tried, it didn't work out, and that's okay. At least at the end of the day, there won't be no regrets. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to create, to rock the boat. Don't be afraid to own your power. Don't be afraid to own your voice. Don't be afraid to speak up, to say what you mean and mean what you say. You're a lot more powerful than you realize. You're just not seeing it. You're choosing to not tap into your potential. You're wise beyond your years, pile number 1. For some of you, it's like there's something here that says you are the one. Are you the one? It's like you're here, but you're not here. You are enough. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. But how can you be seen and how can you be heard if you're not willing to go after the things that you want? Lilith is saying, are you living the life that you want to live? Or are you living someone else's life? That is what I have for you, pile number 1. If it resonated, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye. Pile number 2, let's see what is Lilith's message for you at this time. We have opportunity to forgive, giving and receiving, shame, violet, rebirth, assurance, albatross, the silky in her skin, and we have number 5, the 5 of coins. There is shame. There's heavy shame here. Lilith is saying embrace all of you. Embrace your uniqueness, who you are. Embrace, maybe your skin not looking the way you want it to. Maybe your body not looking the way you want it to. Stop trying to put someone else's skin or someone else's idea onto you. Stop allowing other people to tell you what you should be, what you should look like, what you should be doing. Because this woman here is using the silky skin or the seal skin as her own skin. Right? She's not a seal. She's a beautiful woman. But again, it's like she's trying to be someone that she's not. And Lilith is saying, why? Why the shame in who you are? Why the shame in the life that you live? What is so shameful about it? What is so bad about it? You are beautiful, handsome, regardless, Lilith is saying it's time for you to reclaim your authenticity, your truth, your passion, your quirkiness. Stop hiding, stop dimming your light, stop trying to fit in places that you know you don't belong. Stop trying to make yourself smaller to make other people feel bigger or more powerful than you. It's time to reclaim your power here, pile number 2. It's like you're looking for assurance in all the wrong places. You're looking for assurance in the places where you don't belong or where you're dimming your light. It's like you're afraid of riding solo. You're afraid of being independent. You're afraid of not belonging in a group. But why? Why? Why are you so afraid of being left out in the cold? Why are you so afraid of going on your own? Why are you so afraid of seeing that your wings work? If you know that where you are currently at, you're not giving, you're not receiving the same in return. Like you're giving more than what you're receiving. So then why stay? Why do you allow other people to project their fears onto you or their fantasy onto you? Why do you feel like you need to fulfill their fantasy? Why are you afraid of letting people out in the dark or letting people go? See, I understand that, especially if you're someone who has maybe always been left out in the cold. It's like, I don't want to make anybody else feel that way. But Lilith is saying, but you can't hold yourself back either. You can't also put yourself on hold, wanting other people to change or to see or to accept. That's just not the way things go. See, you will be doing yourself a disservice if you were to do that. Because you're someone who is very connected to spirit. And I feel like through your connection to spirit, it's like you're afraid of leaving people here in the 5 of coins. But I feel like here, it's like in some way you're like, I need to be humble. Yeah, it's good to be humble. But not too much to the point where it belittles you. It belittles you, yeah. And if you made mistakes in the past and that's where the shame is coming from, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. Lilith is saying, don't be afraid of changing. Don't be afraid of doing things according to your own rhythm, according to your own spiritual path, according to your own wisdom. It's like you're choosing to nurture everything else other than yourself. It's like you're carrying everybody else's baggage and burdens. And there's shame. Again, we have shame there again. There is guilt here. It's like you're feeling responsible for everybody else's journey but yours. And Lilith is saying, take your power back and focus on your journey. Take your power back and embrace your freedom, embrace your independence, embrace your power, and own your mistakes. Own who you are. There is no shame in owning who you are. and everything that you embody. But that is what I have for you, pile number 2. If it resonated, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what is Lilith's message to you. Let's see. Assertiveness. Okay. Time to go. Okay, Lilith is not here to play today. Confusion. Introspection, self-discovery. Teach. Oh, isn't that ironic? Allow. Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. Coral Wisdom, Colony. And Page of Cups. Okay. Lilith's message is a very clear one. There's several coming through, but I feel like the most clear one is it's time to go. It's time to be assertive. It's time to own your assertiveness. It's time to put your foot down. It's time for you to claim your presence, okay? I'm hearing stop seeking validation from other people as to how to do things, how to move, because you hold this vibration of a teacher. And I feel like here, for some of you, Lilith is saying it's time to go, and you already know this. You know this. I'm hearing these boots are made for walking. There's something here that has been confusing the shiznits out of you. There's something here that has been keeping you spinning your wheels. This has become a cycle. This has become something that has taken away your freedom. This is something that is no longer serving you. And your guides are saying it's time to go. Lilith is saying it's time to go. And I feel like you've been getting so many synchronicities. For some of you, you are afraid of stepping into your destiny. For some of you, you're giving your power away to certain circumstances, to certain cycles that have ended in your life or that are ending, and you're feeling powerless. Lilith is saying you're not powerless. You're very powerful. You hold this teacher vibration. You can create a colony wherever it is that you go. You can create a home wherever it is that you choose to go. Don't doubt yourself. But you know it's time to go. You know it's time to leave something behind. You know it's time to end something. But you're not allowing it. And it's fear. It could be confusion that you don't know how to move, that you don't know how to do something. But you have learned so much, and you have so much wisdom, that wisdom is what is going to help you get through what you are about to face. Because there's something here that you're just like, there's something faded here. And it's like at the same time, you're afraid of it. And you keep going inwards. You keep going inwards. You keep thinking about it. You keep kind of like trying to be like, no, maybe it's not time yet. The cycle is not closed. Or no, it's not time to go. But Lilith is saying it's time to go. And you know this. And we gotta go. It already taught you what it needed to teach you. It's time to move on. And for some of you, there is an ending here that you know you need to put an ending to it. And that might be the biggest thing here. It's like you know that you need to end something, but yet you're delaying it. And Lilith is saying, why? Why are you delaying it? It could be something here that it's tied to your emotions. It's tied to your heartstrings. It could be also something, there might be inner child healing here as well. That you're just like, yeah, but I don't want to, you know. Whatever this is, it confuses you. It puts you on an emotional roller coaster. And it could be also because you created, whatever this is, you created it over a long period of time. You put in a lot of time and energy in this. But again, it's like it taught you something. And now you're taking these teachings somewhere else. You mastered something. Did you guys hear the crow in the background? Your guides, I keep saying your guides. I feel like Lilith is coming to you, but also with your guides here. And they're coming together and they're letting you know you will create something better. It will also take time, but you've already learned that lesson. Don't be afraid to tap into your wisdom. I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're moving. Lilith's saying move to a new structure, a new stability, a new foundation. Like there's something here. For some of you, it's teaching. You're not allowing your inner teacher to come out and play. And it could be because you have attached yourself to an old identity, to something that you've put in a lot of time and energy in. But I feel like it's time to grow. It's time to expand. And Lilith is saying it's time to go. Let's go. I'm guiding you. It's okay. Take it like, like a playful thing. Be curious about it. But the Wheel of Fortune has turned in your favor. And there's a new opportunity opening up for you, if it hasn't already. But just because you've mastered something doesn't mean you have to stay there. Doesn't mean you cannot master something else. But that is what I have for you, pile number 3. If it resonated, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.